So today's topic is in regards to TRV. Like one of the very common mistakes that we have been seeing lately is a temporary resident in Canada decides to go on a vacation somewhere outside Canada, and then later when they reach at the airport, they figure out that they are not able to travel. And it's mainly because a temporary resident, yes, they do have a permit, but they also require a temporary resident visa stamp for most of the countries, and that is a very essential document for someone to travel to Canada. Do not miss this video, watch it till the end and let us know what you think and what are your suggestions, and we are happy to help you out. Hi, welcome to Yoke's YouTube channel. I'm Mathew, the regulated Canadian immigration consultant. Thanks for tuning in. So this is Yoke Immigration. We do help in all kind of Canadian immigration matters, and be it whatever inquiry, reach out to us either in our WhatsApp number or direct line, and we are also there on Instagram, so please do follow us. So TRV. So what is a TRV? TRV stands for Temporary Resident Visa. There is something called as a permit and a visa. Initially, if you are coming into Canada as a student, you do receive your study permit and your TRV stamped in your passport at the same time. And what that basically means is your study permit lets you to be in Canada as a student, and your TRV that's stamped in your passport is your travel document. And these two documents together helps you to come into Canada and enter into Canada as a student with no issues. And one of the other permit that is available is the work permit. There are initially people coming into Canada on a work permit status. When you apply for your permits initially from outside Canada, you receive your permit and your visa at the same time, so you have no issues. So you come into Canada with both the documents. And yes, if you are from a visa requiring country, you would require your visa and your permit to travel into Canada. Work permit can either be postgraduate work permit, LMIA work permit. The different types of work permits are there. And the temporary resident visa that is stamped in your passport is your travel document. That's what's essentially helping you to travel and to enter into Canada. And the common mistake that's been seen is that a student comes into Canada with a study permit and a TRV, and later they graduate from whichever college or university they have come to study, and they do apply for a postgraduate work permit, and they receive their postgraduate work permit, or they later on decide to extend their permit, but they continue with the old visa stamp. It is very important to note that the old visa stamp that you received when you initially entered into Canada is only up to your permit validity. So if you do apply for a postgraduate work permit, any other work permit after you entered Canada, your temporary resident visa that's stamped in your passport is no more valid. You got to apply for a new temporary resident visa. Work permit, if extended or renewed in Canada, you got to apply for a new temporary resident visa stamp in your passport, or else you will have issues. It can cause you stress. Maybe you could even lose the money for the tickets that you are booking if you are planning to travel, as you will not be able to travel into Canada without that temporary resident visa. So your permanent resident and your visa, they are not the same thing, and whatever permits that you're holding in Canada is valid, they still will not allow you to travel to Canada without this visa stamp in your passport. So I can give you an example scenario. So a student who graduated gets a 3-year postgraduate work permit, and their work permit is valid till 2029, but their TRV stamp expired in 2025. And they decide to travel to India for a vacation and thinking their postgraduate work permit is enough. And when it's time for them to come into Canada, their vacation's all done, and they decide to come into Canada, they come to the airport, the airlines do check your temporary resident visa stamp in your passport, as they will not allow you to travel into Canada if you don't have the valid temporary resident visa in your passport. And this could result your travel being delayed. You could lose money for the tickets that you had booked. It can cost you your work if you are someone who has to return to your work as soon as possible, and stress and extra expenses. One small check can help you to save this disaster. So documents to check before you travel to Canada: you got to make sure your passport is valid, your visa is valid for someone who is a temporary resident in Canada. Carry your employment letter if you're still employed. So say the officer asks you why you are coming into Canada, you have proof documents to prove your entry or you're working in Canada. This is what are the documents that you need to carry along. So before booking any vacation outside Canada, please do a small thing. Open up your passport and check the visa sticker carefully. And many people look at just the permit and think that, hey, I have my permit valid, I'm good. But that is not what it is. The sticker that is in your passport is very important because that's what helps you to enter into Canada. And if you do not have that, you have to deal with issues and delays with it. And if you think this video has been helpful, please do like the video, share with your friends, and subscribe to our channel so we will be able to share more immigration content just like this. And thanks for watching. See you all in the next video.